Dave Haberman devotes his time off to respond to medical and accident calls that happen in the Mapleton Fire District. He spearheaded the project to secure a temporary property tax increase for funding the purchase of a new rescue vehicle for the Mapleton community. Dave was also instrumental in the restoration of the Mapleton Fire Station, calculating and ordering the supplies needed, dealing with the permits, and providing over 100 hours of manual labor.
Once I first got here, I wanted to help just being on the board and so forth, but within a couple of weeks of me being on the board, we had a slide up at my house up here on 36 that took my neighbor's house out and buried his wife in there with their dogs, and he was out. So I was across the street and went up and assisted helping dig her out and so forth. And about 2 days later after that, I had an automobile accident in my front yard with 2 infants and mom and gas everywhere. And I had taken the infants out of the car, and a couple of the fire department personnel came up and, we really appreciate you helping, but you're doing things wrong. And so at that point it was like, well, they need the help and I need the education. So I came down and asked Charlie, our chief here, to if he needed some assistance, and he said always. The school, doing a bit with the school, something I personally wanted to do. I mean, I love children. Mine are grown and gone. My son passed away a few years ago from a bad accident. So it kind of led me to want to do more for safety and things for the kids at the school, things like that. So I've been involved with helping set up safety programs at the school and fire safety, bike safety.
Dave solicited donations of bike helmets, car seats, and other safety equipment that are presented to district children and families that could not otherwise afford them.
If I see the kids out here riding with their helmets on after we donated 60 of them, I know we made a success out of it, and that makes me feel good. That's something I see the impact. It's not just something we gave away and walked away and never followed back up on it. We can drive down the back street now and see the kids there with their helmets and their knee pads on and so forth, and knowing that they're safer and that our jobs are less impacted because of it.
Dave was also instrumental in recruiting volunteers and other service organizations to come into the community and educate the public on services available to them.
We try and get the people in our town to be involved hands-on with us instead of it just being a group that shows the program. We try and get hands-on. We find once people start coming to us and want to do things, we get a better result. So we've just learned that by helping out, other people will follow if you put yourself out there. And that's kind of where it's been for us.
During Dave's 10 years of volunteer service, he has completed the EMT training and is currently an EMT intermediate for Western Lane Ambulance. In addition, Dave has completed the Firefighting 1 training.
For me to take the front runner and take off, many people have followed up behind me to help me. And so it's not just me, it's the people here that believe in me enough that they support me and are willing to give donations and time and things like that. So it's worked out well that way.
Dave is an outstanding individual in the community as he is willing to go above and beyond in assisting anyone who needs help. It is an honor to have Dave Haberman as a Mapleton citizen.
So I'll continue on, and I plan on living in this area. I can't see myself being anywhere else now. So I believe in my community that I just continue to do what I can, and sometimes it's frustrating and sometimes it's rewarding, but that's the balance you got to go with. And so I'll stick it out until such time as they run me out of town, I guess.